Hey doing guys, this is Andrew at the Warrior Vault. I'd just like to make a quick video to showcase the army that I'm taking to Brawlers Bash this weekend. Chances are you guys have already heard about Brawlers Bash because you've probably been following Once Bitten, the Sustainable Center, Mr. Malloyer, Nick from Long Island Wargaming, any of these guys. They're all going to be there. They're going to be putting up their battle reports, and so am I. So if you don't know about it, I'll give you a rough rundown. It's a 3,000 point, no Grand Army GT. And basically you're scored on points that you take from your opponent. Also, fortitude seems to be pretty important. There is a couple of objectives where you got to hold certain board edges or take the fortitude from your opponent quicker than he does for you, and that gives you extra bonus points. But most importantly, you got to try to be aggressive and table your opponents. So I decided to take my high elves. I feel like I can make an ultra aggressive high elf list. They haven't let me down before, and I can run across the board and punch people in the face. So for my core, I decided to take 2 units of 15 archers. I feel like 15 is the right number. I've taken 10 in the past, and then, people's fast cav, like the Dark Riders, will get into them, and we'll have a pillow fight for a couple rounds of combat. Then either I'll break them, or they'll break me. But I feel like 15 will give me the staying power to sit there, the extra punch to be able to take them out. And I really don't feel like small units of fast cav will be a problem. Now, also, these guys aren't meant for fighting. These guys are meant to roll sixes and take out the handlers on like a Hellblaster volley gun and things of that nature. But having the extra 5, they can shoot in 3 ranks. Why not? Next thing is 2 units of silver helms. The standard 15 is what I usually take. They're great for flanking or just, the fighting in the 3 ranks, strength 5 on the charge. And I took an extra unit of 5, and the reason being for that is fast cav is a real problem right now. A lot of people are bringing a lot of fast cav. There's a lot of fast armies, and they're basically like medium cav that can reform and come down and take out all your war machines, stuff of that nature. So I figure my heavy cav will be able to take out anyone's fast cav. I'll put these 5 these 5 silver helms, into 10 dark riders any day. As long as I get the charge, it's not a problem. Alright, on to special. I have 2 units of white lions. I have a unit of 40, rocking the banner of the World Dragon, which is where my general most likely will be in. We'll go over that later. And a unit of 32 that are probably going to run 7 wide, but I'll change it based on how the game pans out or how my opponent deploys. Also, for rares, I have 2 Great Eagles. Now, I really don't like the Eagles. I usually like running Reavers instead. I believe the Reavers could have more purposes on the board. They're only a little bit more expensive, but being as I took the Reavers out, I had to put something else that can redirect. I need to stop that Cauldron of Blood with all those guys in it from coming straight at me and just hurting me. So these guys are great redirectors. I'm going to use them as drops, blind drops, and redirecting. So I brought 2 of them. I brought 6 sisters. And sisters, I think, are a great unit. You could run them deep. You can run few. They're great all around. They're very expensive, but when I bring 6 of them or 5 of them, what I'm really doing is I'm ensuring that I have something that has flaming attacks on the board. You want to bring those trolls? Well, that's fine. I'll knock out the regen. I'll shoot them with other things, just to weaken them up until they get to me, or your Hell Pit Abomination. Things like that. I'm going to bring bolt throwers. I'm going to bring reavers. Bolt throwers. I'm going to bring sisters. And I think that's really going to help me cut them down. Sorry, it says Great Eagles. It's supposed to say sisters. 4 bolt throwers. And I think that's a must-have. Other armies have great artillery. High elves, dark elves, unfortunately, do not. But you still need some. You need something that's going to take away people's armor saves. That's going to, penetrate their knight ranks. You put them on the side of the boards and you can get nice flank shots. I just need something that's going to threaten. And it's great. And the great thing about bolt throwers is when you're ballistic skill 4 like I am, as soon as your opponent takes its first move, you're hitting on 3s with multi-shot. And that's great. I can use them to take out the warlocks and dark elves, things of that nature. For heroes, I'm taking a LOTHERN HELM. I'm going to take this guy here. I painted him up. I think he looks pretty cool. So I'm going to take him as the HELM, and that basically allows me to, when you charge me at the end of your phase, your movement phase, I get to take a combat reform before we go into the next phase. And how that's going to help me is I'm not going to get tar pitted by clan slaves. I could take my he's going to go most likely with the unit of 40 white lions. And let's say you hit me with, 45 clan slaves. Well, I immediately reform into a bus. I kill a couple of you, and then you break that turn. So that's where I'm going with that. He also has the Shield of Merle, or Merwum, and that basically gives him a 4-up parry. And he has the Golden Crown, which is going to give him a 2-up ward against the first wound. So give him a little bit of survivability. I wanted to put him with the big unit of White Lions, also because I gave him the Iron Cursed Icon, which is a 6-up against War Machines. Now, that's not a big deal, but for 5 points, that's a great item. Alright, next is my level 4 Archmage, and I'm taking life. And I was thinking that, I really like metal. High magic's not bad, but I'm going to go with life. And I feel like life is the right choice because it's a defensive lure. It can be offensive with dwellers, but really, what I'm really looking to do is I'm looking to put regen on my big unit of White Lions and putting Flesh to Stone on the other unit. I don't even need the thrown up. I don't need any of that. These are the 2 things that I'm after. If I do that, I feel like I'll have a lot of success. And the last but not least is ALITH ANAR. Now, he's the only model I don't have yet. Well, I have to paint him up. I do have him. I converted him out of something else. And I think he's great. I always wanted to use him just for fun. His 36-inch strength 7 bolt thrower that he has is great. But he gives me a little bit of versatility, too. If I'm going against a heavy gun line army, I can put him with the White Lions and then walk down the field. I get -1 to be hit from your ballistic skill shots, and then I also get Swift Stride on the charge, which is great. But most of the time, let's say I'm fighting a Demon Prince. I'm going to put him in a unit of archers. I'm going to shoot the archers at the Demon Prince. Even if he's behind the Chimera, all I need to do is roll a 6 to hit. I'd knock off that Charm Shield, and then this guy shoots you. He's going to need like a 3 or something because hard cover, he doesn't really care. And I'll hit you on a 3 or a 4 and wound you on 2s and do a D3 wounds if you fail your save. So I really think he's going to be a great asset. I can put him on the flank. I don't really have to worry about leadership because I have a high leadership army, and he could just flank shot knights all day. So I really think he's going to be a fun character to play with, to see how he works. So I decided to bring him. And there you have it. That's my 3,000 points of High Elves. So yeah. Hopefully you guys, I'm going to try to make the videos as soon as possible for the battle report. I may not be able to get them. See, I'm going on a family vacation as well. This is not just for the tournament. I'm taking my fiance and my kids. We're going to go to Virginia Beach, all that. So I might not have the first battle report up until Wednesday night, maybe. But I'm definitely going to get all 5 done. I'm going to try to get them all done before that Sunday after the tournament. So within the first week, I'll have my showing. I should know how I placed, and I should have all the battle reports up so you guys can see how I play. You can laugh at me if I do poorly. You can congratulate me if I do well. But anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Please comment, post, share, anything. Also, I don't have that many viewers right now, so if you know anybody that you might think would like my channel, so I'm trying to put out quality, quality content here, trying to make good battle reports. If you know anyone that would enjoy or would like it, just share it with them, please. I'm trying to get the viewers up. All right, thanks, guys. It's Andrew from the